Down to the 29-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Boston Scott, his first carry. Spins by. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. On the carry, this is Scott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Steps away to it, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for first and 10.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now a play fake here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
21.
On first down, Stafford here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
10.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On second down, Scott. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On the ball, on the ball.
They go play action here on first down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down now, Scott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On third down, that's Scott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Scott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis. after this. To throw on second down is Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
All right, here we go, here we go.
On first down, Scott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, Scott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And now before this first down play, we're going to Taking a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, it's Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
22.
Operating from the gun, Stafford, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. With their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Jack Christie left.
Right back to him on 1st down. Finding some room at midfield. Touchdown, Detroit. Boston Scott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Stafford buying time to his left, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He gets away from one. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stafford throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, that's Scott. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless, really.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
No. Check. Patriot.
On play action, they'll throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on first down. Scott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Hey, go here. 22.
Stafford on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford dancing to his left. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Stay 50. Stay 50. Like 7. Hey, go here.
From the gun, Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Emerson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this a 39-yardage. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had a share of troubles in this one.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Johnson jostles free.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now a first down throw. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Now he's forced out left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sean Robinson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen at work in the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Big 20, big 20.
On first down, Scott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Like 7. Like 10-32. 10-32.
They go again with Scott. Down right around the 25. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And a short gain here, down to the 22. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Pack 55! 21! 11!
To throw is Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
40 got. Give me radar.
From the gun, Stafford. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. Shrugs the tackle. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Yet nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Bass in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran now a nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
We're rolling, we're rolling.
They run the counter. Scott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Boston Scott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.